And I've had it happen to me that I'm upset and irritated about something that's happened. And it has nothing to do with my children. But my child will come to me and say something and I will snap at them. Why? It has nothing to do with them. It's where my vibration is. And then when I snap at them, I have to stop and say, wait a second, what am I doing? This is not how I want to handle this relationship. And I just breathe. And just breathing will take you up a notch on the emotional scale. Just breathing has the capacity to do that for us. So just with that, I go up the emotional scale and then I can respond to my children from a place of love. See, the thing is, whatever vibration we are on, we will stay there until something else changes that vibration. We'll bring that vibration to everything unless we decide to change it. Dolores, good morning. Cheryl, good morning. Good to see you. So we've got to be conscious of where our reactions are. How are we thinking? We've got to be conscious of that. Do I really want to bring this vibration that I'm on and have it affect everything else in my life? Really, that is the question. Do I want this vibration to affect everything else in my life? And if it's a positive vibration, the answer is going to be yes, absolutely. I want this vibration to affect everything else in my life. But if it's a negative vibration, then we have to stop and do something about it. We've got to stop and shift it. Right? Because then if we can shift it even a tiny little bit, everything changes. Because here's the thing, our vibration, the possibilities that are lined up for us in the field of all possibilities are very sensitive to a tiny little change in where we are on the emotional scale. What's an example I can give you? When you go up even a tiny little bit on the emotional scale, like a hair's breadth on the upside, the possibilities that are lined up for you at that level are completely different. The people who will show up to help you are completely different. The action that the universe will guide you to take is going to be completely different. What are you going to do differently today? Please take a moment to put in the chat, what are you going to do differently today based on our conversation just now? How are you going to change? Because the thing is, you gotta change. It starts with you. How are you going to be a different person? So to say something like, today I'm going to notice more when I go down the emotional scale. I'm going to notice more. I am going to be present to where my attention is going. Now, if you say things like that, now you are more present. Cheryl says, I'm going to focus on how my vibration and level of appreciation is impacting my interactions and decision making. Cheryl, you captured it. That is beautiful. Lana, good morning. That is exactly what it is. And you will notice, see, what happened many years ago that called my attention to this is that I noticed my brother. My brother came for a visit, and this is many, many, many years ago. And my father was living with me at that point in time. This is before my father made his transition. So it would have been maybe 2012, 2013. My brother came to visit, and we were in the same room. You know, my children were there, I was there, my brother, and he was talking to me. And then my father said something, and I was on this side, like I was, he would have had to turn his face towards my father in order to respond to what my father was saying, because I was on the other side. So he was talking to me, and then my father said something, and he turned this way, and he looked at my father, and I saw his face change completely, like in a split second, talking to me, moving his face over this way to my father, and his whole face changed, and I could see that he just, in like that, my father was a trigger for him to go up the emotional scale. And I saw his face completely changed as he responded to my father. And I realized how quickly we can go up to a place of love. And today, notice that. I will tell you, when Dolores is hugging Jazzy, her vibration is completely different. When Ursula is hugging her little boy, her vibration is completely different. So you've got to notice, when Lena is squeezing one of her cats, her vibration is completely different. When Cheryl is hugging her little boy, her vibration is completely different. We change so quickly, and what we don't realize, what we don't realize is that vibration of love, that is how we need to treat everyone, not just that person. That is what it means to come from a place of love. And so, yes, Andrea, a depressed person can see a funny video and laugh, and that helps them to shift their vibration. The thing is, that vibration of love is how we need to look at everyone, because that is pure love. That is the height of love that we are capable of. And if we can bring ourselves to project that love, feel it because of one thing, but project it onto everything else. Somebody please write that down. This is very important. Feel it because of one thing and project it to everything else. When I say I appreciate trees and omelets, that's basically what I'm trying to say to you, that I've said to you today with more clarity than I have ever before. I appreciate the omelet and the tree, and then my objective is to project that appreciation onto everything else. Ooh, that is yummy. And we can do that. And this is what Abraham means when they say use any excuse to go up the emotional scale. Any excuse. A funny video. Cat videos. Both my children love cat videos. We are cat lovers and dog lovers as well. We love funny animal videos. So those cute things that a dog, a kitten does, it takes us up the emotional scale. I'll tell you something. This is the secret behind TikTok's success. Because TikTok takes people, has a lot of entertainment value that helps people go up the emotional scale. They are not addicted to TikTok. They are addicted to going up the emotional scale. Everyone wants to go up the emotional scale. People just don't know how they can think their way up the emotional scale, because when you can think your way up the emotional scale, that gives you more power than having to use something that is external to you, like TikTok, to help you go up the emotional scale, because you have more control here. Over there, you don't have as much control, because it's other people's content that is making you go up the emotional scale, and it can just as easily bring you down the emotional scale as well, because that content is about someone else. And so this is why we have to be very conscious of what happens to our vibration when we are watching something. How is it making you feel?